Hey there, and welcome back to Neutron Tech. This is where raw skill meets pure imagination, and today we're watching something pretty incredible unfold. What makes this whole thing so fascinating is how Athos approaches materials. Deep in this quiet pine forest, something amazing starts taking shape. The trees around here aren't just scenery. They're basically Athos's entire supply chain, and his biggest challenge rolled into one. The forest sets the rules, but it also provides everything needed to win the game. First things first, Athos scouts around for the perfect deadwood pieces, long, straight poles that'll become the bones of his shelter. His approach is brilliantly simple but rock solid. He's going with an A-frame design that's been keeping people dry and warm for centuries. Now here's where things get really clever. Instead of modern hardware, Athos breaks out a hand drill and starts boring perfectly sized holes into the thicker support logs. Then he grabs smaller branches and literally hammers them into those holes, creating joints so tight they'd make a furniture maker jealous. This old-school timber joining technique means zero nails, zero screws, just wood holding onto wood so tight it becomes one solid piece. The insulation game is where Athos really shows his forest wisdom. Pine needles, thorns, and moss might seem random, but each one has a specific job that becomes obvious once you understand the science behind it. He starts layering pine needles across the roof like nature's own shingles, creating the first barrier against wind and water trying to sneak inside. But the real magic happens when those horizontal logs go on. These aren't just structural, they're creating a brilliant anchoring system across that steep roof. The back wall gets special treatment that's pretty smart. Athos packs thick moss mats against the vertical surface, and this stuff is amazing for two reasons. First, it's like a sponge that catches any moisture trying to work its way down from above. Time for the interior upgrades, and Athos knows comfort matters in survival situations. His first move is building a raised sleeping platform using logs. And this isn't just about comfort. Sleeping off the ground prevents your body heat from getting sucked into the cold earth, plus it keeps bugs and critters from treating you like a midnight snack. Next up is something that'll blow your mind. Athos starts hand-building an actual oven system. He finds clay-rich soil nearby, mixes it with water, and begins sculpting what will become both a cooking station and a heating system. Layer by layer, he's building up this thermal mass that'll absorb heat during the day and slowly release it all night long. Meanwhile, he's putting the finishing touches on the front wall, and his technique here is pure artistry. Different sections get different treatment. Thicker logs where the structure needs serious support, thinner ones for filling in gaps and making everything look balanced. The oven project keeps expanding as Athos plans ahead for a proper chimney system. Getting smoke out safely while keeping the good air in is tricky business, especially in a small enclosed space. But he's got this figured out. The key is creating the right balance so you can actually live in here long term without choking on smoke. Around the shelter's base, more moss goes down like a living carpet. This serves triple duty. It makes the whole cabin blend into the forest like it grew there naturally, stops ground moisture from creeping up into the structure, and actually helps prevent soil erosion when heavy rains hit. Here's where modern meets ancient in the coolest way. Athos takes old tin cans, cuts them up, and creates a metal liner for his chimney. This improvised flue handles extreme heat way better than clay alone, and gives smoke a smooth path out while preventing dangerous creosote buildup. Around this metal core, he builds the outer chimney using flat stones and thick clay mortar. Throughout all this, he keeps going back to fine-tune the roof, tucking additional moss into the existing pine needle layers. This second round of moss application is like caulking every tiny gap, making the whole shelter as weatherproof as possible while maxing out the insulation factor. Inside the cozy space, Athos builds a simple bedside table that perfectly captures his whole philosophy. He drives support stakes into the packed earth floor and lays a flat plank across them. What's really cool is how this A-frame design connects to building traditions from way back. You'll find similar steep-roofed structures in ancient northern European settlements and throughout boreal forest cultures. Those sharp roof angles aren't just for looks, they're the result of centuries of people figuring out how to deal with serious weather. But Athos isn't just copying the past, he's improving it. That tin can chimney liner is a perfect example of taking ancient wisdom and boosting it with modern materials and thinking. This hybrid approach defines what survival building looks like today, respecting traditional knowledge while being smart about available resources. Athos Outdoor Prospector brings something special to the survival world with his approach to building and living. His whole philosophy centers on genuine freedom and self-reliance, getting as far away from modern society's demands as possible. Through his videos, he shares not just the technical skills of wilderness construction, but also the deeper satisfaction of working in harmony with natural systems. For the final touch, Athos constructs an outdoor work table right next to the cabin. Using the same vertical stakes and horizontal logs approach, he creates a sturdy frame and tops it with a clay surface that can handle serious use. This outdoor workspace keeps messy tasks like food prep and material handling outside the clean interior, while still giving him a comfortable spot to work surrounded by his forest home. And there you have it, a complete journey through building this incredible survival mini-house using nothing but natural resources and human creativity. Athos has shown us how traditional building wisdom and modern survival thinking can come together to create something both beautiful and incredibly functional. Thanks for spending time with us here on Neutron Tech. Keep that curiosity alive, and we'll see you next time.